Hello there. Chapter 5 of Fortnite took us away from the hold of the 0 point and opened up the metaverse. Before our lives are taken over by Lego, racing and rhythm games, let's take a look at some of the map secrets, Easter eggs and references to old Fortnite that can be found on the current version of the island. I would be honoured if you'd use my code this season. I'm ADAMARU. Thanks muchly. Let's do this! First to the coral buddies. They have returned to the island. These random crustaceans we've never really understood, but we've always tried to help. Get your butt over to this spot here and you'll find a cave. Venture through it, grabbing the treasure on the way, and you'll hit a solid wall. Break it and there's enough room to swim on. You have now arrived, the new home of the Wobbly Blobs. They look to be starting a new colony here. There's only a few right now. They look to have arrived by boat too. Their galleon sits happily in the water. I'm very hopeful that this story will grow, but the last time they set up home, they soon caused nuclear fallout. More coral buddies can also be spotted on this island here, singing their iconic song. This seems to be the place of lots of things from Fortnite's history. Captain Carp signage, there's old Colosseum stuff and stolen artifacts from Cato Thorne's shenanigans last season, and even the top half of the iconic Tomato Head, fresh from Tomato Temple. That's not all, as Coral Castle has a few trinkets here, and is this Sky's notice board from Chapter 2 Season 2, the iconic Midas season. You'll be surprised how many references you'll find around the island about that season. Also on this tiny island, you can find Brutus's helmet from, guess what? Chapter 2 Season 2, and that is the ball that Meowsles liked so much too. I'm starting to think Midas's loop breaker protocol was successful after all. Okay, let's travel a little further up the shoreline and you'll spot this rig. Inside, randomly on a chair, is this, Tiantina's welding mask. And you've guessed it, Tiantina is from Chapter 2, Season 2. This, of course, could simply be reused assets, but let's add one more part to this theory. Visit this solitary location here and you'll find that someone is collecting everything from the loop, from military grade equipment to entertainment. And what I found most interesting is hidden behind this partition. This, my friends, is the favourite chair of Midas, the place where he came up with the loop breaker program. Alright, I'll shut up about Midas. Let's get back to map changes. The most bizarre update on the map is found on the west side. An island has naturally formed a love heart. Doesn't it hit you right in the feels? This has also become the perfect location for weddings to take place. But nobody expected this. 2 petrified frogs are becoming one. They look very happy, I think. If you get there in person rather than replay files, you'll see a bow too. These guys appeared 1 year ago on the Chapter 4 map and did absolutely nothing all year. This already is an improvement. So, Peter Griffin is now in the game and has his own POI. Not only that, he has a flag, meaning this is an official Fortnite faction now. Anyway, before you start fighting the big man, take a look at his water feature. Because it's him, the lovely little cherub. Come get spat on anytime you want. I don't think I can say that, can I? I think the only way to describe this is the greatest physique in human history. Okie dokie, when fighting Peter, be sure to stick around after you defeat him, because this will happen. It's the random fall meme that nobody can forget. You're doing an impression right now, I can tell. To the underground we go. Deep below the island is the new home of Jonesy, with his new blonde stubble. His makeshift home has a board of targets for us to take out. What I thought was a great detail was this. The faces are crossed out as each target is defeated. It's a minute little detail, but I respect it hugely. GG devs. While here, take a look at Jonesy's monitors and you'll see 3 silhouettes are shown. Peely and Jones, the 2 main parts of this season's story, as Jones tasks us with saving his banana friend. But look who is the 3rd. It's Sloan. Even though the timeline is a bit messed up, Jones remembers his commanding officer and continues to search for her. I'm very thankful the Fortnite storyline hasn't forgotten Sloan. Oh, and speaking of Peely, his locker icon has changed to a Polaroid version of the yellow dude. A little reminder in our locker that this season is about finding Peely. The graffiti this season is amazing, so many references to so many seasons of Fortnite. But one in Jonesy's headquarters is totally new. the TMNT. It's finally happening. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming. I can finally stop using this cheap cosplay. And in fact, we already know where they will be. In a future update, this adjoining room here will change to suit the turtles. I'm expecting pizza boxes everywhere. I may be the only one, but I'm legit very excited for TMNT to come to Fortnite. Have you visited the new Risky Reels? Ruined Reels, a pantheon for entertainment this season, but it hasn't forgotten to advertise upcoming movies. I'm hoping this one comes true. Revenge of the Coral Buddies. As we know, they have arrived. This could be foreshadowing for their epic rise to power. Another returning Easter egg, do you remember the iconic bear on a chair? We wasted many years watching this thing as it hid in bushes or watched from hilltops. There was even a time where the chair shrank so small, only zooming in replay files could spot it. Well, anyway, he's back again. He sat on the viaduct watching us all, judging us all. When a new island arrives in December, we're never quite sure what will happen to the snow after the Christmas period. Well, it looks like we've got an answer already. At each of the train and bus stop locations are these images. And take a look at the snow. According to this, the snow biome will be much smaller soon. So enjoy it while you can. Rebel's Roost, Lavish Lair and Classy Court will be green in a future update. The amount of sports areas on the island has grown dramatically this season. Multiple tennis courts, there's even beach football available, and is that a 10-pin bowling lane? All these references were noticed in the live event too. As we explored the metaverse, multiple NBA teams were showcased. It's likely more game modes are coming as Fortnite evolves past Battle Royale. And Fortnite indeed did intend to create a playable basketball game years ago. And finally, it looks like it's coming true. Whilst in the event, did you notice the bright pink fall guy got his first official reveal as an Epic Games game? Let's see what Ninja thinks about that.
Among Us!
Yeah mate, Among Us, definitely. One last cool detail in the event, did you see the rock face in the racing mode as we crossed the line? It was the shape of a llama. Amazing touch. Anyway, back to BR Island. The last place we need to visit is the Yacht, the return of the Marigold, once home to Midas and once home to Deadpool. The new bad guys of the chapter have a solid gold icon in the center of the ship. And here's what I'm thinking as we look at this. Does this look like two golden hands and an all-seeing eye? If Fortnite's story is to continue, I think this must be the return of Midas. Back when he had his own live event about 57,000 years ago, Midas attempted to break the loop. He seemed to fail, but maybe he didn't after all, and this has been his new home ever since. That would explain the countless Chapter 2 Season 2 references strewn everywhere this season. Midas got out. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time.